You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
Tu es l'image de Dieu.
I hold you in my heart.
Tu es l'image de l'amour.
You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
Tu sei la luce di Dio.
I hold you in my heart.
Tu sei il volto dell'amore.
You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love.
The face of love.
I hold you in my heart. You are my family.
You are my family.
You are the face of love.
The face of love.
You are the face of love.
The face of love.
I hold you in my
heart. You in my heart.
You are my family.
You are my family.
You are the face of love.
The face of love.
You are the face of God.
The face of God.
I hold you in my heart.
You in my heart.
You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
The face of God.
You are the face of God.
Eres la luz de Dios.
I hold you in my heart.
Eres la cara del amor.
You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face
Tu
of
sei la luce di Dio.
You are the face
You
of
are the
God.
face of God.
You are the face
Tu
of
es
God.
l'image de Dieu.
You are the face
You
of
are the face of God.
You are the face
Tu
of
sei
God.
la luz de Dios.
You are the face
You
of God.
are the face of God.
You are the face
Tu
of God.
ruh خدایی.
You are the
You
face of God.
are the face of God.
You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
Tu Tu es l'image de Dieu.
I hold you in my heart.
Tu es l'image de l'amour.
You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God.
Tu sei la luce di Dio.
I hold you in my heart.
Tu sei il volto dell'amore.
You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love.
The face of love.
I hold you in my heart. You are my family.
You are my family.
You are the face of
love. The face of love.
You are the face of love.
The face of love.
I hold you in my
heart. You in my heart.
You are my family.
You are my family.
You are the face of love.
The face of love.
You are the face of God.
The face of God.
I hold you in my heart.
You in my heart.
You are a part of me.
A part of me.
You are the face of God.
The face of God.
You are the face of God.
Eres la luz de Dios.
I hold you in my heart.
Eres la cara del amor.
You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face
Tu
of
sei la luce di Dio.
You are the face
You
of
are the
God.
face of God.
You are the face
Tu
of
es
God.
l'image de Dieu.
You are the face
You
of
are the face of God.
You are the face
Tu
of
sei
God.
la luz de Dios.
You are the face
You
of God.
are the face of God.
You are the face
Tu
of God.
ruh خدایی.
You are the face
You
of
are the face of God.
You are the face of
Eres la luz de Dios.
You are the face of
Good morning and welcome to Spiritual Life Center, a church that love is building.
can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Let us pray. We come together this morning to be reminded that a great power is within us that is willing. This is a divine power of love and wisdom and strength and healing, which is willing to shine forth in us and through us, in our words, every thought, each feeling, and in every part of our body temple, to be available to express through us in every relationship and in each way we impact the world. For this and for every blessing that you shower upon us, we say thank you, dear God, in the name and through the power and in the nature of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Lord, I come to you, let my heart be changed, renewed, flowing from the grace that I found in you. Lord, I come to know the weaknesses I see in me will be stripped away by the power of your love. Hold me close, let your love surround me. Bring me near, draw me to your side. And as I wait, I'll rise up like the eagle, and I will soar with you. Your spirit leads me on in the power of your love. Lord, unveil my eyes, let me see you face to face, the knowledge of your love as you live in me. And Lord, renew my mind as your will unfolds in my life, in living every day by the power of your love. Hold me close, let your love surround me. Bring me near, draw me to your side. And as I wait, I'll rise up like the eagle, and I will soar with you. Your spirit leads me on in the power of your love, and I will soar with you. Your spirit leads me on in the power of your love.
The world with my peaceful heart. Looking at the world today, it's tempting to feel discouraged or even angry at the discord and disagreement that seem to surround me. I pause then to remember that no matter what is going on in my environment, peace begins with me. I breathe deeply and relax, softening my heart, calming my emotions, and easing my mind. I heed the words of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who said, "Peace is not merely a distant goal we seek, but a means by which we arrive at that goal." These inspiring words keep me centered and committed to remaining peaceful. No matter how I choose to engage the world around me, I rise above anger and strife, and I embody peace. The way I live my life tells a lot about my character. Do my words express peace and love? Do my actions convey kindness and consideration? There is love in my heart for all humankind. I share this love freely, regardless of appearance or of what is happening in the news or in my surroundings. Choosing to see and live from the truth, I am always compassionate and peaceful in my dealings with others. It is so important to keep my thoughts and actions spiritually based. Taking time to feed my soul so I am able to stay rooted in my belief that peace for all is possible. In this way, I'm doing my part to bring the world peace. I feel blessed to be a part of this process. Every day, countless people spend time in prayer. As I join with them, our hearts and minds are linked. I hold sacred space for peace and well-being for the entire world and all of its people. Harmonizing energy radiates from deep inside me, enfolding the world in peace. This same peaceful presence lives in the hearts of all people. Together, we hold a powerful vision that heals the world. And now let's take that moment so that we can together hold a powerful vision that is now healing our world. I bless the world as I pray with others. The power of prayer amplifies the peace in my heart that radiates as a blessing to all humanity. And I ask you to join with me as I affirm peace in my heart, peace in my relationships, peace in the world. I feel oneness with all. I express deep gratitude for the inner presence that binds me to my global family. Peace in my heart contributes to the peace in my world. And now I invite you to join together with peace and with love in your heart and with the prayer that Jesus wrote. The Our Father, let us join together in singing and praying the Our Father.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen.
How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How deeply you're connected to my soul. How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Hello there, beloveds of mine. I'm looking today again at the word empathy and what empathy is and means and how important it has been for me to apply this, particularly for and to myself. I believe it's also my spiritual accountability to live this, and I believe it's directly in alignment with what I believe our teachings are, to understand that there is one power and presence in the universe, in all things, and in me, and that I am called to align with that. And only through a conscious connection of that can I embody the principles to reflect, contemplate, repair, and recommit myself to this. So there's one power and one presence in all the universe. I am that I am. I am of that. It is expressing itself as me. And through spiritual practices, contemplation, reflection, repair, forgiveness, surrender, and realignment, atonement, then am I able to embody this, which is the final principle, that these are just concepts and theories only to the degree that I actually live them. So empathy then is a part of my own spiritual accountability, which also requires me the ability to understand and share feelings within me that I have suppressed, depressed, disowned, and denied since my earliest memories. So I'm immersed in a work for the last 3 years that guides me to go back to make amends for the way I suppressed, depressed, and disowned and denied my own feelings, and to bring some empathy to the parts of me that have been treated like that, awful in some cases, and to make restoration and amends there. Also, then empathy as a noun, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. And for me, it's very important to know that I cannot absorb the feelings of others, that I've got to be able to observe them, to understand them, to relate to them. And just today, I got like the highest compliment somebody could ever give me is to say that, Martha, you don't present yourself as some know-it-all or some doctor of this or doctor of that, but you are relatable. You are relatable. And I absolutely am. And this empathy speaks to that I can put myself in your shoes, anybody's shoes, to some degree or the other, so that I can grasp their perspective. I can grasp their emotions, even if I don't agree with them, even if we disagree, if we have a different stand on matters, things like that. However, an empathetic listening, an empathetic connection, an empathetic willingness to see where they're coming from, their perspective, their emotions, helps to build this human connection, a human heartedness. And then it also allows for like a cognitive knowing that's relatable. So, and I just add before I get any further into this that it differs, empathy differs greatly from sympathy, which is feeling for someone rather than with them. So I've gotten in some trouble over time of thinking that I have mistaken sympathy for empathy when I start to absorb their emotions and absorb their intensities and things like that. So key aspects of empathy: perspective taking, which is then I can relate to myself if I was in that situation. I can relate to it, even if I've never lived in that situation, even if I have no direct experience of it. I can imagine myself and open myself to what might it be like for me if I was in that situation. So how to broaden my own perspective. It also, an aspect of it is emotional resonance, so that I can sense and share another person's emotional state, affective empathy, without absorbing it, so that I can sense what they might be feeling or sense and share the state that they're in, regardless of what it is. And then a key aspect of it is, and this is one of the 12 powers of the human according to Unity's teachings, which is understanding, which means I'm able to identify and comprehend another human being's feelings, even though they may seem intense, even though I may not agree with them, even though they may mystify me at times, that I have a heart of understanding, a cognitive empathy that says I'm able to identify and comprehend to some degree another person's feelings. And then a major key aspect of empathy is connection, so that I'm able to foster a deep bond, stronger and strengthening relationships where I can offer understanding, deep listening, where people actually in my presence feel heard and understood. And it's no little thing to be able to do it. So as we get into this, then I spoke about cognitive empathy, which is knowing. This is more of an intellectual process where I can understand someone's feelings and what they might be thinking, but I don't necessarily feel it myself. It's more like a brain level of connection. Then there's emotional empathy, where there is a feeling base. This is what I referred to earlier as affective empathy. And this, when I physically or emotionally feel the other person's state. So if they're in pain or crying, that I can sense a similar sensation of distress or a sadness. It's more of a heart level connection instead of a brain level connection. And then compassionate empathy, which is this goes beyond just understanding or goes beyond just feeling, and it involves the drive to help. So it maybe then could be referred to as the balance of the first two, where I recognize the situation, feel the resonance, and I moved to take some action toward resolving it. And it's no little thing to know how much of that to offer, when to offer it, how open they are to me offering it. And there's no formula for it. Doggone it. So what would work with person A would not work at all with person B. Or what work with person B may offend person A. They may see it as a boundary violation or something like that. So, how are we going to live this out then? How are we going to do this when the parts of us are even sometimes at war within ourselves of this? So, our principles guide us to essentially living with ongoing empathy, first toward our own inner system, not about fixing ourselves, but befriending the parts of ourselves that are still trying to survive, seeking love, approval, appreciation, acknowledgement, gratitude, apologies, all sorts of things. So I'll present now for the rest of our time together today what I'll call a practical guide for some empathy, a practical way to live and embody empathy, and some very concrete ways that we can do it. So to begin with curiosity. So whatever's happening, whatever I'm witnessing, whatever I'm hearing, listening to, whatever, to stay curious. This is curiosity, not judgment. So when any reaction arises, be it impatience, anger, fear, to pause and know that there's a part of me that can resonate with this. There's a part of me that may even be triggered by it. There's also a part of me that may want to step forward and help. So instead of asking what's wrong with me, to ask what part of me is showing up here? What part of me is showing up right now? So staying curious can soften the self-criticism and self-hate. Curiosity can also soften the judgment I might put on them, like, well, no wonder you're experiencing this, or no wonder you're in such a pickle bear. Look at the crazy decisions you've made, or look at how insane you were about the choices you made. So this curiosity, like, what might this be like? What might they be experiencing? What could they learn from this? What could I learn from this? So anything that keeps curiosity in the seat of consciousness. And then notice the part of you that's active, that's reactive to this. And we can often jump into a narrative of they've offended me, or this always happens, or this is crazy, or this is ridiculous. So this internal reflection requires us then to notice the emotional part that's speaking, and notice that this part is anxious a bit. And then to pause and to say, I've got to keep some space between that reactive part of me and my highest self, because my not able or not willing to do that then is an abandonment of a part of myself. And then I don't have any presence to bring to the person I'm listening with or listening to. So it's important then that I bring something to it in the way of self-energy, and to pause before I react, to pause before I act, to pause before I jump into my rescuing, fixing, and that, and to take a few deep breaths, and to know if I felt grounded here, that I can't take action until my mind calms down, till my heart calms down, until I get some clarity about this. I don't need to be proceeding here. So pause, presence myself, then proceed. Or you may say, pause, pray, whatever will bring some presence to you, then proceed in whatever the action may be. It also helps for me to listen beneath the emotion. So today, someone shared with me in their session with me that their granddaughter asked them, do you think I've gained some weight because my clothes are tighter. And this grandmother had been judging this granddaughter silently. Now, she hadn't said anything to her, but she had been judging her for the same reasons that, oh my God, this girl is gaining weight. And in her mind and in her heart and in that family, that is not okay to gain any weight under no circumstances, no way, no how. So she was working to be empathetic, to be more empathetic with her granddaughter. And she said, well, honey, clothes don't lie. Now, she was proud of herself that she didn't say, well, of course you've gained weight. Everybody in the family's. So that was a step ahead of that. She was proud of herself for not saying that. And then she still said, well, clothes don't lie. So if your clothes are tight. And she didn't feel okay about it. She felt off in that response. And she was asking me, like, what might that be about, Martha? Or how else could I have been with this? And I encouraged her. And as I encourage me again, even as I say it again here, that empathy reveals a deeper truth. That what she was asking, I imagine in this situation, what she was asking was not, Grammy, am I gaining weight? But am I okay with you? Am I safe with you? What if I have gained some weight? Would you still love me, unconditionally love me with that? So there's a feeling underneath the questions at times. And then our asking gently, listening gently, and empathetically can give us some space to actually hear from a different place of what might be the deeper truth that is operating here. So, and then a compassionate response, which is then if it were you in that situation, if you could relate to the panic you have sometimes, if you've ever gained weight or when you're worried or afraid of gaining weight, of what that means, that you needed an empathetic listener, which doesn't mean that you wouldn't say, honey, I actually did notice that you've gained some weight, honey. And I want you to know that I will not judge you for that. That I want to keep my heartstring and my connection with you solid, regardless of how much you weigh. And if it's bothering you and it's on your mind or heart and causing you stress, then I want to be a part of the support for you to say, let's find out what you might could do with that. So don't try to lose weight or something because I said you ought to, or because of the judgment I've put on you over the years, because I regret that myself too. Another way to practice empathy is to listen deeply without interrupting. So that means giving them space maybe that they've never had, so that my focus is entirely on the speaker, making eye contact when I can. I was driving this week back from physical therapy, and I noticed two people on a sidewalk, and I guess I was aware of their energies. So I don't know them. I've never seen them before, but one man looked like he was talking at a woman, not with a woman, and she had her head hung down and was not making eye contact. So he's the only one talking. She's got her head hung down. And I thought, this is like the thing that I want to avoid as a best practice in core empathy. Best practice would be to not be the one talking at somebody, but actually talking with someone, not talking to, but talking with, and to make sure it's reciprocal, and also to make eye contact to show my engagement with them, that I'm actually here. Another thing that's helped me over the years is to stay curiosity, as I mentioned before, and to be active in my inquiry. So to ask open-ended questions so that I can better understand their feelings. So you were thinking that this, or where you really got hurt by me, was here, so that I can stay open-ended with my questions rather than assuming that I know what happened, or jumping to conclusions about what may have happened, that I want to stay active in my inquiry, and to which builds connection, which is one of the major factors here in somebody feeling like that there's an empathetic person on board, so to speak. Validating their feelings, not judging, so that I can acknowledge and validate another person's emotions, even if I disagree with them or disagree with their perspective, or even if I'm mystified by how intensely they may be feeling something. So without immediately jumping to solutions or jumping to judgments, just pause and say, I can see that you're really upset about this. I had no idea how this had impacted you so intensely. So something that would confirm, validate, acknowledge what kind of shape they're in without the judgment. And I spoke earlier again about perspective taking. So that means what viewpoint they're coming from, believing what they were believing, believing, even erroneously believing what may have happened, that it was not too much of a stretch to see why they may be reacting the way they are. And then empathy requires me at times to step out of my comfort zone, for me to engage with people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different histories, and ask them about their life experiences, to avoid relying solely on my own experience. And I read a lot about this, and I've taken this to heart over the last few years with all of this concern about how we have shut out anybody unlike us or make people that are not like us wrong. And I've worked intently on trying to bridge the gap on that, and to be more mindful about how to do that. So, we've all met people who lack empathy. We've all been with people who are having a hard time, that may appear baffled or unclear about what they're going to do from here. And it's important for me to be able to be with them during that time, even as a listener, an acknowledger, to see the common thread in this for humans. And it's no little thing to be able to. And it's certainly not easy at times, even with as much practice as I have, as much as I've taken this to heart. And I've still got work to do. And I'm giving grace to myself, and I hope you will too, as you hear this with another possibility of what you may could do to get more empathy to yourselves and to others in your field. So developing then, so we don't just land on empathy. Oh, I'm empathetic. It's like, well, I'm empathetic at times. And our ability for empathy is to be developed, to be cultivated, and making changes, even small ones, in our daily lives will significantly impact our ability to empathize, not only with individuals, but with groups and people that have very great differences with us too. So, cultivating curiosity, stepping out of my comfort zone, receiving feedback, asking people that are my friends and family and colleagues if they believe that I heard them. What do they see that I could improve? Do they feel like that I had an empathetic presence with them? Learning about it. Another way for me is to examine my own biases. We all have them, and they impact our capacity for empathy. And this really came home to me this week because I watched a study of a woman interviewing men, only men, about what they've experienced in the workplace. And they said it was bizarre, the things that women have lived through in a workplace that has never been their experience, for example, primarily because they're a man. So what are my own biases? And then imagining if it were me in that situation, if I were walking in their shoes, to understand what it's like for people in other situations, and to spend time with them to understand why they have the worries they do, for example. It also, for me, and this is a whole nother topic, but to have respectful conversations even when they're difficult to do. So while it can be hard to challenge or to be challenged by alternative points of view, I absolutely have got to be able to do that, to stay open to new and varying perspectives and different ideas. It also helps me to join a shared cause, that working on together on community projects, I've seen heal differences. So I'm a part of an organization called Braver Angels, and you can find it online if you want to explore it, that looks at the primary differences people have politically. And even though they have staunch polarizing differences at times, there's still a shared common humanity there about it. So it's been helpful for me to listen to that and to see people with polarized differences stay civil and respectful in their conversations. So we've got some work to do. I've got some work to do, and maybe you, if this is resonant with you at all. So, how will you be more empathetic with yourself, to listen deeply to the parts inside of you that have not been acknowledged and validated yet? And then through an embodiment of that, how can we bring that forward into the world, into our relationships, into our family, our workplaces? And I believe you can, and you do, and you will. And I believe that we are developing in that. And I believe I'm better off, and this care of my soul is better off when I do that. And therefore, anything that benefits my own soul's evolution benefits the soul of humanity. Let me know if I can support you in any way. I bow to you and your empathetic heart and your developing empathetic heart. MarthaCreek.com.
Could you love me if I don't look like you? Is it deeper? Is it stronger? Something hidden, something true. If I stare a little longer, will I see myself in you? Could you love me if I don't look like you? Could you love me if I don't think like you? Is it deeper? Is it stronger? Something hidden, something true. If I stare a little longer, will I see myself in you? Could you love me if I don't think like you? This life's a burning candle, and it would be a shame if we ignored the difference between the smoke and the flame. Could you love me if I don't pray like you? Is it deeper? Is it stronger? Something hidden, something true. If I stare a little longer, will I see myself in you? Could you love me if I don't pray like you? This moment is a miracle, so why not find a way to be here and be grateful that we share another day? Could you love me if I don't love like you? Is it deeper? Is it stronger? Something hidden, something true. If I stare a little longer, will I find myself in you? Could you love me if I am not like you?
We are grateful for this beautiful music. And thank you, Nancy Ingalls, for your wonderful singing this morning. Reverend Martha, beautiful message. And we are pleased that each of you could join us for today's service. We invite you now to join in our prayer of sharing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And we do ask that you support Spiritual Life Center with a donation to the church. There are 4 ways to do so. The first is online through our secure website, www.slctroy.com/give. A second way is mail a check to Spiritual Life Center, 41340 Fox Run Road, number 106, Novi, Michigan, 48377. A third way is call my cell, 248-925-6214, and speak directly with me, providing credit card information for a one-time charge. A fourth way is to go to any of the weekly Friday emails that you receive, and in there, in a couple places, you'll see Donate Now or Donate Online. We welcome anyone if you're joining us for one of your first times, and we invite you to join our email list by visiting our website, www.slcdroy.com, and in the upper right corner, you'll see Join Email List. If you'll just click on that, insert your name and email address, we'll see that every Friday you receive an email that has a link to the upcoming Sunday service, as well as the link to any upcoming classes. It will also provide information on all the upcoming activities of the church, each of which you're welcome to be a part of. If you have a prayer request, send these to ronaldfscott@gmail.com, and we'll forward these on to our prayer team that is delighted to support you and your loved ones. Next Sunday, my message will reflect on the importance of living in the light. Recently, you received an email with details about our SLC Spring Fling coming up on May 2nd, just a couple of weeks from now. We appreciate your RSVP so we know how to plan. Immediately following the end of today's service, everyone is invited to join us on Zoom for a time of social connection. The link was in your Friday email. But first, let's join together in our peace song and benediction. God bless.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and
And now as you go forth, know that the light of God surrounds you, the love of God enfolds you.
The Lord bless thee and keep thee.
The power of God protects you.
The Lord make his face to shine upon thee, and be gracious unto thee.
The presence of God watches over you.
The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee, and grant thee peace.
Wherever you are, God is.
Amen. Amen.
Go your way rejoicing. All is truly well.